Premier flat race in this country, the field is top quality and it usually provides a great finish.
And Benny the Dip looks as if he's going to win this on his own because still the Patriarch is chasing him. Entrepreneur can't get into position. Romanov's coming late. Faris is beaten into the last furlong. It's a one-horse race at the moment, but here comes Silver Patriarch. Benny the Dip is just fading in front, and Silver Patriarch is catching him. Silver Patriarch going to get there, I think, on the line. Benny the Dip and Silver Patriarch in the first.
Benny the Dip won last year's Epsom Derby by a short head. They're off for the 219th running of this classic race in a little under 40 minutes' time. We'll be there. Of that match, but we couldn't possibly miss the Epsom Derby, so let's go there now and join our reporter Julian Armfield. Good afternoon, Julian.
Good afternoon, Martin.
Now, the weather, what is it like and will it have any effect on this race?
It's very warm, it's muggy, but it's slightly misty, but it's a perfect day and the ground is absolutely spot on.
Now, Adrian O'Brien has 3 runners in this race, but they very nearly didn't arrive today. There was a bit of a problem, I understand.
Tremendous drama here, typically of the Derby. King of Kings, Second Empire and Saratoga Springs. The 3 runners from Aidan O'Brien's yard held up at Shannon Airport this morning and didn't get here until midday. That was due to fog. But they're here and they're fine and they look none the worse for their exertions.
Now, you said you were backing Girl Power. I think you've been listening to the Spice Girls or something. Anyway, Cape Verde is your choice, and Frankie Dettori, this is the only classic he hasn't won.
And it means a lot to Frankie to win this, the Premier Classic, the Derby. She's a smashing filly. She looks great in the paddock. Supplemented with 75,000 last weekend and a 5-length winner of the 1,000 guineas. It's tough for the fillies against the colts, but I think she can become the first since 1916 to do it.
Fillies usually go for the Oaks, don't they?
They do. That was her original plan, but gamely, the owners, Godolphin, have gone for the big one, and I think she fully deserves her chance in the field.
Now, what about Walter Swinburne? It would be a good story if he won on Greek Dance, wouldn't it?
Oh, it'd be a fairy tale. I mean, Walter was very seriously injured back in the beginning of '96. He's won the Derby twice on Shergar and Sharastani. Many of them said he'd never come back after that horrendous accident in Hong Kong, but he is back and he's riding Greek Dance. Impressive winner at York, and the trainer is very confident.
Now, Willie Ryan won last year as a late substitute, and he's a late substitute again this year on Saratoga Springs. Any chance?
Absolutely. Willie the super sub. It's got a chance. He won the Dante and won it on merit, and then was rather disappointing in the French Derby last weekend when he was 4th. He's got an each-way chance.
OK, and a couple of outsiders for us quickly, Julian. OK,
Courteous. There's a big tip on the course for that. One at Sandown, the trial there, and owned by Fard Salmon, who had the winner Generous in '91, and the Glowworm, trained by Barry Hills, who's had so many seconds and thirds in the race and is due a winner, surely.
OK, a little more about a couple of the favourites, Second Empire and King of Kings, the other 2 O'Brien runners.
Well, Aidan O'Brien saddled his first runner at Epsom yesterday with Chartouche in the Oaks, and of course she won. Incidentally, Cape Verde beat her in the 1,000 guineas by 5 lengths, so that form was franked. Second Empire, the talking horse, he won the Irish, some good races in Ireland last year, and is the O'Brien #1 hope, ridden by Mick Kinnan, the big race jockey.
OK, thanks very much indeed, Julian. I think we can now go to the course and join Lee Mackenzie.
And there's been a lot of money for him on the track. He is now as low as 11-2, King of Kings, but Cape Verde's still 3-1 favourite.
I'd like to pack him up in a box and take him home. He's a lovely horse, my word. What a stallion he'll make one day. I wonder will he stay. He's certainly one of the best miler, I think, at the moment. I must share that with Victory Note on form, but just 4 or 5 more to go. Gullen's not in. Neither is Second Empire. He's coming forward now. Harmy's out the back too, and Courteous is not yet loaded. And another one not in the stalls. Harmy at the back, I can see. 1, 2, 3, 4 more betting from Lee.
And King of Kings now down to 5-1. Greek Dance drifting still. He's out from 7-2 to 5-1 also. Cape Verde still 3-1.
All the rest are standing quite... Mutterman is not in yet. He's the other in the second colours of Willie's old owner, Hamdan El Maktoum, and he's wearing the black cap. And Harmy has the first colours, which is the striped cap. And loading up very steadily. It's just Courteous to go. Harmy not yet loaded. Just one to go. More betting from Lee.
And Cape Verde just hardening a fraction in from 3-1 to 11-4.
Harmy, I think, will be the last. Harmy and Mutaman, the two Hamdan horses, go in. Mutaman goes in. He's in. So it's one left. And that's Harmy. He ran so well in the Guineas, hasn't run since then. All the rest are perfectly quiet and still. This is the moment. 1998 Derby is almost ready. They're under orders and away. Good level break. Border Arrow a bit slow leaving the stall. Harmy wasn't very quickly away. And also Greek Dance was rather slow. But in the early stages it's Gulland, and now it's the Irish challenger Sunshine Street that's gone into a narrow lead. Sunshine Street leads from Sadian. Gulland is well there. Greek Dance has made up the lost ground. Also there is City Honours. On the outside is Cape Verde. And then comes Saratoga Springs, who's racing alongside his stable companion, Second Empire. Courteous is also well placed. At the tail end of the field is King of Kings, and last but one is Border Arrow. And they're up the hill now, and it's still Sunshine Street that leads the Derby field. They're all climbing still. Sadian in second place. Greek Dance is in third on the inside. On the outside of him is Gulland. Then comes City Honours, who's racing with Saratoga Springs. He's prominent toward the outside. Cape Verde in a very good position. Then comes Second Empire, and then Harmy, who's with Second Empire. Now they reach the top of the hill and turn left-handed. Climbing is over, and it's still up front. The Irish challenger Sunshine Street that leads from Sadian. Greek Dance in third. Gulland is fourth. Towards the outside, Cape Verde. Towards the inside, City Honours, who's racing with Saratoga Springs, and Harmy is very close to them as well. And now they're 5 furlongs out in the Derby, and they begin to come down Tattenham Hill, and still Sunshine Street for Ireland from Sadian. Then Greek Dance in third. In fourth place on the outside is Gulland, and then comes Courteous. Behind Curtis, Saratoga Springs, and then Cape Verde and Harmy, who's racing with Mutaman. Then dropping back is Glowworm, and towards the rear of the field is King of Kings, who's last but one with Border Arrow last. Into the straight at Tattenham Corner now, 3.5 furlongs out, and the leader still Sunshine Street. They've got to catch him, and Sadian has gone in pursuit. Greek Dance has gone into third place, and they're well and truly strung out now. Cape Verde is short of pace and trying to get on terms, but it's still Sunshine Street for Ireland in the lead. Sadian is cutting them down. City Honours is coming out of the pack. Greek Dance is trying to run, and High Rise is also looking dangerous. Into the last furlong, and it's Sunshine Street from High Rise and City Honours. Then comes Greek Dance. Behind Greek Dance is Border Arrow. Then into the last furlong, and High Rise and City Honours have the race between them. 25 yards to go. High Rise and City Honours in a photo. High Rise wins it. City Honours second. A photograph for third between Sunshine Street and Border Arrow. Greek Dance was only fifth. Then Glowworm. Cape Verde absolutely nowhere. King of Kings finished last. He quite clearly didn't stay. Luca Cumani has won his second Derby. Olivier Pellier has won his first. High Rise, trained by Luca Cumani and owned by Sheikh Mohammed Obaid Al Maktoum, a colt by High Estate out of High Turn, who's damn one over 2 miles, has stayed this out and has beaten the Godolphin runner in the second colours, City Honours, ridden by John Reed. And it was a real photo between Sunshine Street, who led them a merry dance, and Border Arrow, who came from last in the straight to snatch possibly third or fourth place. Sadly, King of Kings came in last, and the Irish horses from Aidan O'Brien's stable were totally and absolutely eclipsed. I never saw any of them, Saratoga Springs, Second Empire, or King of Kings, in the race with any sort of chance. They're coming back to scale now, and they will be hailing Luca Cumani's second Derby winner. Kayazi was the other one, and Olivier Pellier, the absolute genius of a French jockey who rides the big race winners here by habit.
Well, there you are. High Rise, a quite unexpected winner of the Vodafone Derby, the 219th running of the Derby. I'm not quite sure what the prices were, but that was definitely an outsider. City Honours second, and a photo for third between Sunshine Street, another rank outsider, and Border Arrows. So we'll get the prices a little later on, and we'll discuss that race with Julian Armfield as well. In the meantime, let's go back to Paris, the women's final there. I think Monica